Okay. So the next one is the left upper limb and left lower limb lead misplacement. That is, we are putting the left upper limbs lead in the left lower limb and left lower limbs the lead in the left upper limb. This kind of picture will be seen. So two things to the mind. First is lead 3 is absolutely inverted, because this is where the absolute every action is happening at the lead 3. Lead 3 is absolutely inverted like the AVR. And which lead is unaffected is the AVR. AVR is the pole where the cavity is focused, but all other things are grounded. So for this, it doesn't matter if the lead 3, the left upper limb and left lower limb are reversed or not. It doesn't matter to AVR. So AVR is same as the previous. So here we come into a slight confusion, because AVR is absolutely inverted, and let it be slight displacement, like the lead 1 becomes lead 2 and lead 2 becomes lead 1. So here is that, like, lead 2 was the prominent one, so lead 1 becomes the prominent. Lead 1 prominence is seen a lot, it's not that much abnormal to be seen. And lead 3 is completely inverted. See, this type of ECG you usually come across very often. For me, I feel that this is the most common type of lead misplacement we have seen. Like, many times you can see that lead 3 is the isolated lead which is inverted, and AVR, obviously AVR will be inverted in all the normal ECGs. But you have seen many ECGs where the lead 3 is inverted, and many call it as inferior ischemia, because lead 2 is not that much prominent, because lead 2 is appearing as lead 1, and AVF and AVL are getting inverted, like AVF is becoming AVL and AVL is becoming AVF. So here the picture appears like as if lead 2 is little much lesser amplitude, lead 3 is absolutely inverted, AVF is appearing like AVL. So it appears like the inferior ischemia, and people feel that okay, lead 3 is completely inverted, so it is most probably ischemia and all. Then you should see for lead 2, and then you should for lead 1, and you should figure out it, because it's very difficult to figure out it, because other than lead 3 inversion there is no strong clue that there is a lead mismatch. Other than that, the nurse itself, she knows that that is mismatched after she has been told. But before that, it's very difficult, only this clue. And usually the lead 2 has a prominent P wave which becomes mismatched, the lead 1 will be having a prominent P wave. That's a very soft thing to be recognized. But absolutely, if you are thinking that, seeing that only lead 3 is inverted, like in this ECG, you see lead 1 is prominent, but many of the LVH cases will be having a lead 1 which is prominent like this. Lead 2 is nothing more, like lead 1 is becoming lead 2 and lead 2 is becoming lead 1, and but P wave is very prominent in lead 1. AVL is becoming AVF and AVF is becoming LVL. AVR was unchanged. So you see here, the lead 3 is completely inverted, including the P waves. The including P waves should give a clue that it is not inferior ischemia, it is something wrong with the leads placement which has been done. Otherwise, if you see lead 2 is a little low amplitude, lead 3 is absolutely inverted with DPS, AVF is having a DPS because AVL is the one lead which has a similar amplitude. So here many people will think that there is an inferior wall ischemia is going on and left axis deviation is there, something like that is going on. But before that, you check the lead in the placement in the left upper limb and left upper limb. I feel this is one of the most common causes for lead mismatch, lead displacement mismatch, and wrongly diagnosing as ischemia and sending the patient for TMT, where when you look in the TMT there is lead 3 has been put for in the normal way, so you think that lead 3 inversion has become lead 3 positive, or lead 3 became positive in after TMT, so it is most probably ischemia, and the patient may even go for angiography for the wrong placement of the leads by some of the nursing staff which has been doing this work. So please do have a basic clue of where the leads are put and where the misplacement is happening. Otherwise, the patient may go for unwanted angiography and all the possible other